Leo Daily Horoscope for May 9, 2025, a day of dynamic balance and opportunity. As the cosmic forces align for you on this pivotal spring day, Leo, you're experiencing a fascinating confluence of energies. The sun, your ruling celestial body, shines in practical Taurus, creating a grounding influence on your naturally exuberant fire. This isn't dampening your spirit. Rather, it's giving you the rare gift of sustainable passion. Think of it as a slow-burning flame rather than your usual spectacular fireworks display. The moon transitions through intense Scorpio into expansive Sagittarius during this day, triggering a profound emotional evolution from morning to evening. You'll likely wake up feeling deeply contemplative before shifting toward optimism as the hours progress. This lunar journey mirrors your own emotional arc for the day, beginning with depth and ending with vision. In your career sphere, this is no ordinary Friday. The sun's position illuminates your 10th house of public recognition and achievement, potentially bringing attention from superiors or authority figures who have been quietly monitoring your consistent efforts. A project you've been developing since late winter may finally receive the spotlight it deserves. Don't be surprised if an unexpected leadership opportunity emerges, particularly around midday when the sun forms a harmonious aspect with transformative Pluto. This powerful configuration suggests that stepping into your authentic power, without your usual dramatic flair, will yield impressive results. Financially, Venus in intellectual Gemini creates interesting dynamics in your 11th house of networks and future plans. A conversation with a friend or colleague could spark a lucrative idea, though Mercury's position suggests waiting a few days before making major monetary commitments. Your relationship landscape glows with warm potential today. If partnered, your connection deepens through meaningful conversation rather than grand gestures. Single Leos might find themselves magnetically drawn to someone who challenges their thinking in refreshing ways. The Venus-Mercury conjunction activates your house of social connections, suggesting that group settings, whether virtual or in person, provide fertile ground for heart-opening encounters. Look especially to intellectual events or gatherings centered around learning or communication. Health-wise, pay particular attention to your neck, shoulders, and upper body today, as Taurus energy governs these areas. Tension might accumulate here, especially if you're resisting the day's lesson of patient persistence. A stretching routine or massage would serve you well. Your vitality generally remains strong, though the day's energies encourage a steadier pace than your typical Leo sprint. The cosmos offers you a significant growth opportunity through situations requiring collaboration without recognition, a challenging prospect for spotlight-loving Leos. Jupiter's position suggests that your greatest expansion comes through humble service today, a beautiful paradox for your regal sign. Consider where you might contribute your considerable talents without requiring immediate acknowledgement. This temporary step back from center stage actually strengthens your authentic power. A particularly potent moment comes at 3:27 p.m., when the moon forms a trine with Mars, activating both your creative expression and your capacity for meaningful connection. Artistic Leos will find this an especially productive time for work that communicates emotional truth. Your lucky color today blends emerald green with gold accents, representing the fertile ground Taurus, from which your golden Leo light emerges. The number 7 carries special significance, appearing in surprising ways throughout your day if you remain observant. For enhanced fortune, carry a small piece of citrine or tiger's eye stone. As the day concludes, take time to journal about the balance you're discovering between patience and passion. This May Day serves as a cosmic turning point in your understanding of sustainable power, how to burn brightly without burning out. The lessons integrated today will serve you tremendously during the upcoming summer months, when your season arrives and your natural leadership qualities are in highest demand. Remember, mighty Leo, that today's strength comes not from dramatic displays, but from the quiet confidence of knowing exactly when to roar and when to purr. This wisdom will carry you far beyond this single day's journey. On May 9, 2025, Leo finds themselves under a fascinating celestial configuration. The Sun, your ruling planet, sits at approximately 19 degrees in Taurus, creating a grounding influence in your 10th house of career and public image. This position forms a square aspect to your natal Leo energy, challenging you to balance your natural desire for recognition with the pragmatic demands of your professional responsibilities. The Sun in Taurus brings persistence and determination to your ambitions, but may require you to work more methodically than you might prefer. With this influence, authority figures and higher-ups are paying close attention to your contributions. This is not the day to seek shortcuts. The Taurian solar energy rewards thorough, quality-focused approaches. Meanwhile, Mercury also transits through Taurus, sharpening your communication in professional settings and helping you articulate your vision to those in positions of power. This placement supports practical thinking and careful planning, particularly beneficial for presentations or important career conversations. Venus has moved into Gemini in your 11th house of networks and future aspirations, creating a socially advantageous atmosphere. This placement brings a dual energy to your friendships and group associations, potentially connecting you with two different yet equally valuable social circles that could advance your long-term goals. Mars in Cáncer activates your 12th house of the subconscious, creating a complex undercurrent of emotion that may manifest as intuitive insights about behind-the-scenes dynamics at work. This position can sometimes trigger unexpected emotional reactions, so maintaining awareness of your subconscious motivations becomes particularly important today. Jupiter, the planet of expansion and opportunity, travels through Gemini in your 11th house, amplifying the already beneficial Venus effects. This creates a powerful period for network building and finding allies who share your vision for the future. The conjunction between Jupiter and Venus today particularly favors collaborative creative projects and social connections that have long-term professional benefits. Saturn continues its transit through Pisces in your 8th house of shared resources and transformation, bringing structure to financial arrangements involving others and encouraging you to establish clearer boundaries around investments, loans, and emotional exchanges. This position asks you to mature in your approach to intimate commitments, both financial and emotional. Uranus in Gemini forms interesting aspects with your Leo planets, potentially triggering sudden insights or unexpected opportunities through friendships and social connections. This position can manifest as surprising technological developments or innovative group projects that allow your creativity to shine in unconventional ways. Neptune in Aries activates your 9th house of higher learning and exploration, sparking spiritual insights and creative inspiration through educational pursuits or philosophical exploration. This placement encourages you to trust your intuition regarding your broader life path and may illuminate new directions for study or travel that align with your authentic self-expression. Pluto, retrograde in Aquarius, continues its long-term transformation of your 7th house of partnerships, bringing power dynamics in close relationships to the surface for examination. This retrograde phase encourages inner work around how you relate to others and the patterns you've established in giving and receiving recognition within partnerships. The moon today transitions through your financial sector, heightening your emotional connection to resources and values. You may feel more sensitive about compensation matters or questions of worth in your professional sphere. This lunar energy encourages you to align your earning potential with your authentic talents rather than conforming to others' expectations. Looking at specific aspects, the Sun in Taurus forms a supportive sextile with Neptune in Aries, enhancing your ability to bring creative vision to practical career matters. This aspect favors artistic Leos particularly, allowing you to infuse pragmatic work with imagination and spiritual purpose. Your ruling planet also creates a quincunx aspect with Pluto retrograde, suggesting some tension between your professional ambitions and relationship dynamics that may require adjustments to power balances. The Venus-Jupiter conjunction in your 11th house forms a trine with your natal Leo planets, opening doors for recognition through your social connections and offering opportunities to showcase your talents in group settings or online platforms. Mercury in Taurus forms a challenging square with Saturn in Pisces, potentially creating communication hurdles around financial matters or shared resources. You may need to be more deliberate and structured in discussions about investments or collaborative funding. For Leos born in the first decan, July 23 August 2, the Uranus position creates more direct tension with your Sun, suggesting that flexibility around your identity and role in groups will be particularly important. Second decan Leos, August 3 to 12, receive the most supportive aspects from the Venus-Jupiter conjunction, enhancing charisma and social opportunities. Third decan Leos, August 13 to 22, experience the strongest influence from Mars in Cáncer, potentially triggering deeper psychological insights that, while initially uncomfortable, lead to significant personal growth. The nodes of the Moon create an interesting backdrop to all these planetary influences, with the North Node encouraging you to balance personal creative expression with collaborative achievement. This nodal axis suggests that your evolutionary path forward involves learning when to shine individually and when to contribute your talents to collective endeavors. On May 9, 2025, Leo's communication landscape takes on an intriguing dynamic as Mercury forms a harmonious trine to your ruling planet, the Sun. This planetary alignment amplifies your natural charisma and provides you with exceptional clarity of thought. Your words carry additional weight today, resonating with authenticity that captivates listeners. The Sun in Taurus grounds your typically dramatic expression, adding a practical dimension to your communications that makes your ideas more accessible to others. This is particularly evident in professional settings, where your ability to articulate complex concepts in straightforward terms earns you recognition from authority figures. The Moon in Gemini activates your 11th house of social connections, multiplying opportunities for meaningful exchanges within groups and networks. This lunar position encourages you to share your visions and innovative ideas, as they're likely to find receptive audiences. Venus in Cáncer creates a subtle influence in your 12th house, suggesting that your communication may carry emotional undercurrents. You might find yourself expressing feelings you typically keep private, though this vulnerability ultimately strengthens your connections. Mars in Libra forms a challenging square to your Leo energy, requiring careful navigation in potentially contentious conversations. You may feel a stronger impulse to defend your viewpoints, but diplomacy serves you better than dominance today. Jupiter's expansive presence in your 9th house broadens your perspective, allowing you to communicate with greater philosophical depth and cultural awareness. Your words carry transformative potential, especially when discussing topics related to personal growth, education, or spiritual matters. Neptune's influence adds a creative dimension to your expression style. You'll find yourself naturally incorporating storytelling elements into your communication, making even ordinary conversations more engaging. This is an excellent day for creative writing, public speaking, or media presentations. The planetary configuration suggests that written communication particularly favors you today. Emails, messages, and documents you compose carry your distinctive voice while maintaining professional polish. For Leos working in creative fields, inspiration flows abundantly, especially when collaborating with others who appreciate your vibrant perspective. Pay attention to nonverbal cues in your interactions, as your body language speaks volumes today. Your natural theatrical flair is tempered by a grounding energy that prevents overexpression. Mercury's position indicates that conversations initiated in the morning hours will likely develop most favorably. This is an optimal time for important discussions, presentations, or reaching out to contacts who could advance your interests. Communication regarding financial matters shows particular promise, with clear thinking helping you articulate your value effectively. Your throat chakra is especially activated today, creating a powerful channel for authentic expression. Take moments throughout the day to center yourself through deep breathing, ensuring your communication remains aligned with your highest intentions. Social media communications carry particular influence today, with your posts or messages likely to reach a wider audience than usual. Consider this an opportunity to share messages that reflect your true values and passions. For Leos engaged in learning environments, your capacity to absorb and articulate new information is heightened. This makes it an excellent day for examinations, presentations, or knowledge-sharing activities. Family communications benefit from your warmth and clarity, allowing you to address any lingering misunderstandings with compassion and directness. Unexpected communications may arrive today, potentially reconnecting you with individuals from your past who appreciate your growth and evolution. A significant planetary aspect suggests breakthrough potential in any communication blocks you've been experiencing. Ideas that have been difficult to articulate suddenly find their perfect expression. Trust in the natural flow of conversation rather than over-preparing your talking points. Your most powerful insights will emerge organically through dialogue rather than monologue today. Your listening skills are equally enhanced, allowing you to truly hear what others are expressing beyond their words. This receptivity creates space for deeper understanding in your relationships. For coupled Leos, communication with partners benefits from your enhanced emotional intelligence and expressive clarity. Single Leos may find themselves engaging in particularly meaningful conversations that reveal important compatibility factors with potential romantic interests. The day's energy supports clearing up any recent miscommunications, particularly those stemming from differences in communication styles or unexamined assumptions. Leo, May 9th, 2025, presents unique financial patterns worth exploring in detail. The Sun in Taurus forms a productive sextile with the financial sector of your chart, creating a steady foundation for monetary gains. This Earth sign influence brings practical opportunities related to your professional reputation and public standing. With Venus, the planet of values and resources, moving through your 10th house of career, there's a distinct advantage in pursuing financial opportunities connected to leadership positions or situations where your natural charisma can shine. Jupiter, the cosmic benefactor, creates an expansive trine to your sun sign from Sagittarius, activating your 5th house of creativity and speculation. This suggests potential gains through creative projects, calculated risks, or ventures where your passionate Leo energy leads the way. Investment opportunities may present themselves, particularly in areas related to entertainment, children's products, or creative technologies. The Jupiter influence adds a touch of luck to financial gambles today, but the Taurus sun reminds you to keep one foot firmly planted in reality. Mars in Gemini activates your 11th house of networks and future planning, suggesting that financial opportunities may come through connections, particularly those made in group settings or digital platforms. A conversation with a friend or associate could reveal an unexpected income stream or collaborative venture. Pay close attention to messages received around midday, as Mercury forms a significant aspect with Uranus, bringing sudden insights or unexpected financial news. The Moon in Virgo occupies your 2nd house of personal resources, heightening your attention to detail regarding money matters. This meticulous energy helps you spot discrepancies in accounts or identify small adjustments that could yield significant long-term savings. It's an excellent day for financial planning, budgeting, or renegotiating terms of payment. Your analytical abilities are enhanced, allowing you to see valuable patterns in financial data that others might miss. Saturn's position in Pisces casts a somewhat challenging aspect to your sign, suggesting that financial discipline remains important. While opportunities exist, they require diligence and adherence to established structures. Avoid impulsive purchases or investments that haven't been thoroughly vetted. The Saturn influence reminds you that sustainable wealth comes through consistent effort rather than dramatic windfalls. Pluto's transformative energy affects your sixth house of daily work and service, indicating that financial improvements may come through reimagining your approach to routine income sources. Consider how you might leverage existing skills in new ways or negotiate for better compensation for services you already provide. A power dynamic at work could shift in your favor if you demonstrate your irreplaceable value. Uranus in Gemini forms an interesting sextile to your Sun position, suggesting that innovative approaches to networking could yield unexpected financial benefits. This might involve technology platforms, community initiatives, or non-traditional income streams that align with future-oriented thinking. Being open to unusual financial arrangements or modern payment systems could work in your favor today. Neptune's position suggests some caution regarding shared resources or investments involving partners. While your optimistic Leo nature tends to see the best in collaborative ventures, today's energy requires clear boundaries and explicit terms in any financial agreements. Verify the details before committing resources, particularly when emotional attachments might cloud judgment. Your ruling planet, the Sun, creates a harmonious aspect with Mercury, enhancing communication about financial matters. This is an excellent day for negotiations, pitching ideas, or discussing compensation. Your natural confidence is supported by clear, persuasive expression, making it easier to advocate for your financial interests. Schedule important money conversations for late morning when this energy peaks. The quarter moon phase suggests that financial initiatives started about a week ago now require adjustment or recalibration. This isn't a time to abandon projects, but rather to make necessary course corrections based on what you've learned. Financial partnerships begun earlier in the month may reach a critical decision point regarding resource allocation or investment strategies. Venus forms a favorable aspect with Jupiter, creating a golden opportunity for growth in areas where pleasure and profit intersect. For Leos, this often involves leadership roles in creative fields or investments in luxury or entertainment sectors. Your natural flair for drama and presentation could translate directly into financial gains if channeled strategically today. Chiron's position indicates healing around old financial wounds or beliefs. Perhaps childhood experiences or past setbacks have created limiting beliefs about abundance. Today's energy supports releasing these patterns and embracing a more empowered relationship with wealth. Consider journaling about your earliest money memories to identify blocks that may be unconsciously affecting your financial decisions. The North Node suggests that your financial evolution involves moving toward more collaborative models of wealth creation. While Leos often prefer independence, your greatest financial growth now comes through strategic partnerships and shared resources. Consider how pooling assets, knowledge, or networks might create opportunities greater than what you could access alone. For practical steps today, review investment portfolios in the morning when your analytical skills are sharpest, schedule networking events or financial discussions for midday when your communication is enhanced, and use the evening hours for creative brainstorming about new income streams that align with your passions. Wear gold or amber to enhance your natural financial magnetism, and consider carrying citrine if you're making important money decisions. As May 9th, 2025 unfolds for Leo, several celestial alignments create pockets of exceptional fortune. The Sun in grounded Taurus forms a productive sextile to Neptune in Aries, opening channels for inspired creativity and spiritual connection. This alignment particularly blesses artistic pursuits, whether you're creating, performing, or appreciating beauty in any form. Imagination flows freely today, and your natural Leo charisma is enhanced by a touch of mystical allure. Jupiter in Gemini activates your 11th house of networking and collective endeavors, bringing unexpected opportunities through friends, professional contacts, or community involvement. Group projects initiated today carry a special energy that could eventually lead to significant recognition. With Venus positioned advantageously to your Leo energy, Social gatherings become gateways to valuable connections. Someone you meet casually today could become instrumental in your future success. Financial opportunities appear in unplanned conversations. Keep your ears open, particularly around midday when Mercury and Jupiter align briefly. Your natural leadership abilities receive cosmic enhancement as Mars in Cáncer forms a harmonious aspect to your natal Leo placements, making this an excellent day to take charge of situations that have been stagnating. Educational pursuits are especially favored, with information absorbed today having lasting impact and practical application. The moon in structured Aquarius highlights your partnership sector, bringing fortunate developments through collaborations and one-on-one connections. Look for opportunities that initially present as challenges. They contain hidden blessings that will become apparent by month's end. Your most fortunate areas today involve creative expression, networking events, educational advancement, and technological innovations. Spiritual practices initiated today also carry special potency, particularly those involving sound, color, or movement. Physical vitality is enhanced during morning hours. Athletic activities undertaken then will yield greater results than usual. For maximum benefit, combine your natural Leo enthusiasm with the grounding influence of today's Taurus sun, allowing your passion to manifest through practical, tangible channels. The most auspicious time window opens between 2 to 4 p.m., when lunar aspects support confident self-expression and bold initiatives. On May 9, 2025, Leo's social sphere undergoes fascinating transformations as several planetary influences converge to reshape your connections. With the Sun positioned in grounded Taurus forming a square to your natal Leo energy, you're experiencing a push-pull dynamic in your social interactions. This creates a productive tension that challenges you to balance your natural desire for admiration with a more practical approach to relationships. The square isn't about conflict, but rather about growth through gentle friction. You may find yourself questioning the authenticity of certain connections in your social circle. Are people drawn to the real you, or merely the charismatic persona you project? This planetary alignment encourages deeper, more meaningful exchanges rather than surface-level socializing. Jupiter in Gemini casts a beneficial sextile to your Leo energy, expanding your social horizons in unexpected ways. Communication flows effortlessly today, making it an excellent time for networking events, group gatherings, or even digital connections. Your words carry particular weight and charm, allowing you to express ideas that resonate with others on multiple levels. This Jupiter influence also suggests that a casual conversation could lead to a significant social opportunity, perhaps an introduction to someone who later becomes instrumental in your personal or professional life. The intellectual stimulation from these new connections proves particularly satisfying. Saturn in Pisces forms a challenging square to your sign, bringing a note of caution to your social interactions. You may feel a subtle pressure to establish boundaries with certain friends or acquaintances who drain your energy. This Saturn influence asks you to consider the long-term value of your social investments, which relationships deserve your continued attention, and which might be better released. There's a maturity required in your approach to social connections today, a willingness to acknowledge that quality matters far more than quantity when it comes to meaningful relationships. The Pluto opposition from Aquarius creates powerful undercurrents in your social sphere. Hidden agendas or power dynamics might surface in group settings, requiring your discernment and diplomatic skills. This transformative energy compels you to examine the deeper motivations behind your social connections. Are you seeking validation, opportunity, genuine connection, or something else entirely? Pluto won't allow superficiality to persist. It demands authenticity and transformation. A friendship may evolve into something deeper or reveal itself as no longer aligned with your path. With Venus likely in Gemini, your social charm is amplified, particularly in intellectual settings. You'll find yourself drawn to people who stimulate your mind as much as your heart. Group discussions, book clubs, workshops, or knowledge-sharing environments prove particularly fruitful for making meaningful connections. Venus here suggests that variety is important. Mixing with different social circles refreshes your perspective and brings complementary energies into your life. The moon's position today heightens your emotional intelligence, making you particularly attuned to unspoken dynamics in social settings. You can read between the lines of conversation, sensing what others truly need or desire. This emotional awareness allows you to position yourself as a natural mediator or connector within groups. Social gatherings that might normally feel draining actually energize you today as you navigate the intricate web of human connection with unusual grace. Mars brings an assertive energy to your social interactions, encouraging you to take the initiative in reaching out to someone you've been meaning to connect with. Whether it's an old friend you've lost touch with or a new acquaintance you'd like to know better, the cosmic energy supports bold social moves. There's also a protective quality to your social interactions today. You may find yourself standing up for friends or defending your social circle from outside criticism. Your loyalty shines through and strengthens bonds. Community involvement takes on special significance under today's planetary alignment. If you've been considering joining a group, cause, or organization that aligns with your values, this is an auspicious day to make that commitment. Your leadership abilities are highlighted in collective settings, and you may be called upon to take a more visible role in a group you already belong to. This visibility feeds your Leo need for recognition, while also serving a higher purpose. Digital connections receive a boost from Mercury's influence, making this an excellent day for online networking, social media outreach, or virtual gatherings. Your communications have unusual clarity and impact, cutting through the digital noise to make real connections. Consider how you present yourself online. A thoughtful update to profiles or a meaningful share could attract aligned individuals into your sphere. The day's social energy peaks in the evening hours, making dinner gatherings, social events, or community meetings particularly productive and enjoyable. You'll likely leave such encounters feeling energized rather than depleted, having exchanged ideas and emotions in ways that feel mutually beneficial. Your natural Leo warmth serves as a beacon, drawing people together and creating an atmosphere where everyone feels seen and appreciated, a social gift that strengthens your position within any group you value. As the cosmic energies align for May 9, 2025, Leos are positioned at a unique crossroads of opportunity and reflection. The Sun, your ruling celestial body, currently transiting through grounded Taurus, creates a powerful influence in your 10th house of career and public recognition. This placement encourages you to establish more concrete foundations for your ambitions rather than seeking immediate validation. Today's specific advice centers around balancing your natural flair for dramatic expression with practical implementation. Venus forms a harmonious trine with Jupiter today, creating an expansive energy that particularly benefits your creative endeavors. This is not a day to hide your light or diminish your natural radiance. However, the true wisdom lies in how you channel this magnificent energy. Rather than dispersing your attention across multiple projects or social connections, focus your inherent warmth and leadership on one or two significant priorities. The waning moon in analytical Virgo occupies your second house of resources and values, suggesting that methodical attention to detail will serve you well. For a sign that often prefers the grand vision to minutiae, today offers valuable lessons in how precision can actually amplify your natural gifts rather than constrain them. Consider dedicating 30 minutes this morning to organizing your workspace or planning your schedule with unusual thoroughness. Mercury's position indicates that communication may require extra care today. While your natural charisma often allows you to command attention effortlessly, today's planetary alignment suggests a need for more attentive listening. In conversations, practice allowing 3 full seconds of silence after someone stops speaking before you respond. This small discipline will reveal insights and connection opportunities you might otherwise miss in your enthusiasm to express yourself. Mars in Gemini activates your 11th house of social networks and future aspirations, creating a dynamic tension with your need for personal recognition. The most productive approach is to view yourself as both the star and the director, today orchestrating opportunities for your team or social circle, while still honoring your need to shine. Look for ways to elevate others that simultaneously showcase your natural leadership abilities. Neptune's influence suggests that boundaries between work and rest may blur today. For Leos, who often pour tremendous energy into their passions, this creates both opportunity and potential pitfall. Set a specific endpoint to your workday, after which you engage only in activities that replenish your considerable fire energy. Water-based relaxation would be especially beneficial. A bath infused with lavender and orange oils would align perfectly with today's astral energies. Your physical vitality may fluctuate more than usual under today's Saturn square. Pay particular attention to your spine and heart areas governed by Leo's rulership. A few minutes of gentle back bends or heart-opening stretches can counteract the effects of any tension accumulated through focused work. Your natural vitality will respond quickly to even minimal attention to physical alignment. In financial matters, Uranus suggests unexpected insights may arise. While not a day for major investments, it's excellent for reviewing your resources with fresh eyes. Your natural generosity sometimes leads to overlooking opportunities for sustainable abundance. Today, ask yourself whether your financial practices truly reflect your royal nature, not in terms of splendid expenditure, but in building a kingdom of lasting security. Your creative expression benefits from unusual discipline today. Rather than waiting for inspiration to strike, as your fire sign nature often prefers set aside dedicated time for creative pursuits, regardless of initial motivation. The current planetary alignments suggest that structure will paradoxically free your natural expressiveness rather than constrain it. 30 minutes of disciplined creative practice will yield remarkable results. In relationships, the day favors authentic vulnerability over dramatic gestures. Your loving Leo heart sometimes hides behind grand displays of affection. Today's advice is to share one genuine insecurity or hope with someone you trust, without embellishment or performance. This simple authenticity will deepen connections more effectively than any elaborate demonstration. The color gold resonates strongly with your energy field today, but in its softer, more matte manifestations rather than brilliant shine. Consider incorporating this through accessories or environment rather than attire. This subtle adjustment aligns with today's overall theme of grounded magnificence rather than overt display. Your mantra for today draws on the stabilizing earth energy of Taurus season while honoring your fire essence. My radiance shines most brightly through consistent, grounded action. Repeat this during a brief morning meditation, ideally while seated firmly on the ground or floor rather than an elevated surface, to harmonize with the day's prevailing energies. As night falls, take 5 minutes to acknowledge 3 specific